You know, I'm looking at it. If you ever wanted to say trap game, Louisiana Lafayette, they've got this. You know, they've got transfers from other schools. Sun Belt team beat Iowa. I mean,
yeah, very talented team, super athletic. Really, pretty much high major size at most of their positions, and as dangerous as anything is they're experienced. Mostly juniors and seniors, as guys that expect to win. That they've kind of been primed for this year with a couple guys sitting out that have become eligible, and they're playing good basketball. They play fast. They get up and down the floor. They've got multiple guys that can shoot. They've got good low post scoring, and I think what is most impressive as I watch them more and more is how well they pass the ball, and I think that's usually the sign of good teams if teams pass it. So certainly we have our hands full. It's one of those games where we got to make sure that we're not ready to go home for Christmas a little bit too early.
Portly kid's pretty good ball player.
I think our guys are ready. I think our guys are excited. We're playing well. I hope we're excited to play another game. Sometimes it's great when you're playing good. You just want to play games. This is a little bit of a cautionary time, though, as you've seen with some of the recent scores in high major games. Guys, it's been hard for the high major teams here down the stretch to kind of finish things off, and so you really got to be focused. You got to be well prepared, and your guys got to have a lot of energy. And certainly that's why having a big crowd on the game at 3 o'clock. I know it's a little different time, but some people thought that might be a better time for us to get a better crowd. So we're hopeful that that'll happen.
You kind of worked Scar into the fold a little bit the last couple games with 17 minutes the other night. How do you feel about how he's coming along?
I think he's having an impact defensively like we knew he would. He's big and long, and he moves his feet great, challenges shots, gets his hands on balls. I think he's rebounding pretty well. He's definitely a physical blockout guy. He's one of those guys that will hey, Eli. He's one of those guys that will, he's going to have an impact because of his size, length, and athleticism. He's a guy that's physical, so I'm extremely pleased with how he's helping us, and we need that on the defensive end.
I know that for coaches you have to look at it different than fans, but an 11-1 start. I mean, could you have envisioned that? And is it really as good as you could ask for through 12 games?
I don't really concern myself with our record every day. Again, I just want to have a pulse on our team and how we're doing and where our guys' spirit is and are we playing well. And I envisioned us having a good team this year. I really did. There's no reason why we wouldn't. I mean, we know we lost a couple of good players last year, and certainly Jerron is one of the better players to ever play at Clemson. But we've had depth. We had depth last year. We had experienced guys in the fold. I knew these guys were hungry, and I know these guys have waited their turn to kind of have some more opportunities and to take on a leadership role. And so it hadn't surprised me at all that this group is playing well and doing the kind of things that we thought they would do when we recruited them.
I'm sure that after you watch the film, you go, after the win over South Carolina, there's a lot of things we could do a lot better, but to still get that kind of a comfortable win, does that say a little bit about your team?
I think we played well. I think we played better the longer the game went. I think South Carolina does some things that, defensively that are challenging to play against. You don't see it very often. And so it's really the first time all year we've played against a team that is in that much denial. And so it takes a little time to kind of get used to it. I thought we did better the longer the game went. What I was pleased with was our approach to the physicality of the game and the way we rebounded the ball and challenge shots. I thought we did that. We did not turn the ball over for points at all. We had a few turnovers, but it never really cost us baskets. So I thought our decision making was pretty good in that way. And again, as the game wore on, I thought we got more comfortable and confident. I thought we played really well in the last, middle part of the second half.
You talked in the past about having one back week in basketball as opposed to football can cost you a few games. How can you try to protect against that?
You can't worry about all those kinds of things. I don't think you can't predict what's going on in the lives of your guys and where they are mentally all the time. All you can do is kind of coach them and talk to them about staying in the present, enjoying this experience, understanding that this is some of the best time of your life and you need to enjoy it. You also need to understand why we're playing well, why you're playing well, your mental preparation, your attention to detail and technique, and our focus and unity. And so our guys have been great. They've been really good about bouncing back after some significant road wins, still competing and playing well. And you know, we still know have a lot of room to improve, but feel good about where we are.
What will your schedule be like after Christmas break?
I think we're getting back the night of the 26th. Probably have a meal together, and then we'll start pretty hard on the 27th. We'll probably go twice on the 27th, the 28th, and the 29th, and kind of see how we go from there.
Does it say something about college basketball right now? The Wofford able to go up to Chapel Hill and pull out?
Yeah, I think I've told everybody for a long time now. Number one, the three-point line changes the game in terms of it's not always about being the biggest, because the three-point line is a great equalizer. It also just shows the depth of coaching and the depth of talent in our game. There are more better players now, and some of the AAU is responsible for, I think, helping that, having guys play against better players outside their region, getting used to playing against some of the best players in the country when you're in high school, so when you get to college, it's not as big a jump. And the other thing that happens in games like that, it's a huge game for the mid-major team that's playing. And if you're in a position to win, you get more and more excited. And as the high major team, it's not as easy to always get your guys amped up for 30 straight games every game. And, if guys don't come with a great energy level and focus, you find yourself in a fist fight with the last 10 minutes. And it's sometimes the advantage turns to the team on the road, the team that doesn't have any pressure. And I think you're seeing that in some of these games. Okay?